Welcome back to Harpreet Singh Show's segment Aapse Miliye. We are talking to Sheikh Sayyid Noor Jahan, who is from Naqshbandi Silsila and his center is in Vancouver. तो आज अब इनसे हम बात करेंगे कि जो यहाँ पर इस मुल्क के अंदर मुसलमान यंगस्टर्स रह रहे हैं, नौजवान लड़के और लड़कियाँ हैं, वो यहाँ पर किस तरीके से अपना वक्त गुजारें और वो मज़हब से क्यों इतने दूर होते जा रहे हैं. Sir, welcome to the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
So, what do you think why Muslim youth are going away from the religion and they are not drawing into the religion? What are those factors that we must do as people of scholars and the Muslim imams to bring the youth back towards the religion? And because the most important thing that these youth are thinking is that they are confused about the religion, that which form of Islam they should follow.
Sure.
Because there are people who are talking about like ISS and the other school of thoughts. So what would be your message to bring them, and how should we define them, what is the real Islam?
Yeah, I think that is the mission for the teachers of today, is that when you come into an environment you have to assess the environment first and find out what's happening before you can begin to address them and to teach what's appropriate. And what you can easily assess within the Surrey community and the greater community in large is that the youth have run. The mosques are all much older people, and I'm sure for many different religious centers is the same. As long as you're going to have an extreme, either extreme material desire where they all ran to the nightclubs and wherever, or they move only to extremism. So then there is no middle ground, and that's where the danger lies, where you have either rich or extremely poor but you have no middle class. Means the middle ground is moderate Islam, is Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. So where are all the Ahlul Sunnah Jama'ah imams trying to make it easy and accommodate the youth? And that's the problem, and that's what the mission of the different shaykhs and our beloved guides are teaching us, is that you have to accommodate. If you make your rules so stringent and so hard, there's no way you're going to attract them. So we're living in a society where there's television, there's music videos, there's nightclubs, there's all of these things, and if a youth comes and asks an imam that, I'd like to listen to music, the first thing he says is, haram, get out. Well, that wasn't teaching, that wasn't the way of Islam.
So are you saying music is not haram in Islam?
Yeah, I'm saying that you can redefine what is halal and what is haram based on how you explain things. You know, ilm laduni wa hikmati bis salihin. When somebody comes and asks, is music haram? First concept is, let's go to the concept of what is the haram. When you say music, are you talking about dance and hard rock and things that agitate and aggravate the heart? Anything that takes you away from belief is to abstain from it. And then at that time you can tell the youth that you can implement something that doesn't agitate your heart and doesn't make extreme, which is called nasheeds and qasidas. So the concept of just saying music is haram is not right, is not correct. But that which takes you away and takes and agitates your heart is not allowed. So let's redefine what music is, because Allah said, Yusabbihu bihamdi, verily everything praises me. So was sound haram? Allah says everything is praising me. So hamd is the whole secret of this universe, is in hamd. Now is it in hamd of Allah and His Rasul then that's what we should be seeking. So you can tell the youth, you know, this rock is not going to get you anywhere, this dance music is going to probably agitate your heart. Why you don't come and listen to these qasidas and praising upon Prophet? Why don't you listen to the zikr? Why don't you listen to this beautiful recitation of Holy Qur'an and Dalail al-Qiraat and Qasida Burda and Naat al-Sharif? You redefine what these words are.
Yeah. So you talked about zikr. What is this zikr, and what is the concept, and how do we relate in Islam where it is?
So the whole of Islam is zikr, Qur'an is zikr. Everything, yusabbihu bihamdi, everything is praising Allah's Divinely Presence. Our whole life is in praise. The universe is praising. Every electron is praising. Even physics, they said string theory is praising. It's making a sound. It's existing by a sound. What could be better than you to come against your bad character and with my tongue praise upon Allah Azza wa Jal. Mention Allah Azza wa Jal's divinely names. Recite Holy Quran. Make durood al-sharif. Inna Allahi wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. For me to make Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad, durood al-sharif. Means my whole life should be based on what my inside reality is already doing.
And by doing these durood and doing zikr, how the individual is going to improve in his other characteristics, worldly characteristics, when he's dealing with other people. So what effect these duroods and this praise and zikr is going to bring on the personality of the individual?
Yeah. Well, Allah Azza wa Jalla says, I'm not in heaven, not on earth, but in the heart. Qalb al-mu'min baytullah. And what Prophet ﷺ described, if one piece of you is bad, all of you is bad. He said this is the heart. So it means if you don't teach somebody to build their inside energy, because when you make zikr you go, Allah, Allah, you feel your heartbeat. That you're making that beat of Allah, Allah, imitating with your tongue and your entire being the zikr of Allah, Allah. Why? To purify the heart, to bring Allah's remembrance into my heart. If my heart begins to change, my inner energy begins to change. If my inside is bad, my outside will be rotten. But if my inside begins to be purified, because you can't give what you don't have. So why the shaykhs come and the traditional scholars come and teach you, build your inside, build your heart, build your soul, energize your soul with the remembrance of the Divine. That inside energy will give me an energy on the outside and begin to correct my outside.
Thank you very much, sir. It has been so enlightening. ਤੇ ਸ਼ੇਖ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਸਨ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਸਾਰਾ ਜ਼ਿਕਰ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਦਿਲ ਠੀਕ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਜੋ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਦਿਲ ਹੈ ਅਗਰ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿਕਰ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਅੱਲਾ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਐਸਪੈਕਟਸ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਅੱਛਾ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਅਸਰ ਪੜੇਗਾ ਔਰ ਅੱਲਾ ਦਾ ਜ਼ਿਕਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਔਰ ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਨੂੰ ਹਰਾਮ ਹਰ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਅਸਰ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਹੋਰ ਬੁਰੇ ਰਸਤਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ